Sri Lanka is often called the Pearl of the Indian Ocean for its abundance in natural beauty, resources, and rich cultural heritage. Its history and nature are held in high esteem. The island is also called a paradise, being filled with enchanting World Heritage sites, lovely beaches, wildlife, and green forests that attract many visitors to the island. Despite a war that lasted for 3 decades, Sri Lanka's open economy has proven to be resilient and has even withstood a global financial crisis. Owing to consistent economic growth over the past years, Sri Lanka has been upgraded by the International Monetary Fund or IMF as a middle-income country with emerging market status, which is very conducive for investors. The Eastern Province, which is one of the 9 administrative districts of the country, is recognized as a prime destination with huge investment potential for profit for both local and foreign investors. The East is the most ethnically, religiously, and culturally diverse province in Sri Lanka. The population comprises Tamils, Moors, and Sinhalese who are adherents of different faiths. The Eastern Province comprises a land area of 9,996 square kilometers, which is 15% of the total land area of the country. The province contributes a share of 6.2% to the National Gross Domestic Products, or GDP. Soon after the war, under the Eastern Revival Program, the government of Sri Lanka invested heavily in developing road networks, bridges, water supply, transportation, and other necessary infrastructure, helping the East to return to normality. Commercial flights to Trincomalee, Ampara, and Batticaloa airports have now made the East more easily accessible to business travelers. The building of the Kinya Bridge, the longest bridge in Sri Lanka that links Trincomalee with Kinya, is one significant landmark that is an index of the development taking place in the East. The development programs launched by the Sri Lanka government in the East have been ably supported by the Eastern Provincial Administration in order to achieve faster socio-economic recovery in the post-conflict development of that province. According to Sri Lanka's constitution, the Eastern Provincial Council is vested with equal share of power similar to what is enjoyed by the other provinces in the country to deal with a variety of administrative and legislative matters including agriculture, education, health, housing, local government, planning, road transport, and social services. This has made the administrative structure much easier to reach for those who hope to launch their business ventures in the East. The Eastern Provincial Council is also a projection of the current national unity government that works at the centre. The Eastern Provincial Council consists of members of multiple political parties. The industrial sector of the Eastern Province comprises a few large industries, small and medium-scale enterprises, as well as micro or household businesses that are based on self-employment activities. The larger industries include multinational entities like Prima Flour, Prima Logistics, Mitsubishi Tokyo Cement, Fuji Cement, Biomass Power Plant, and the Indian Oil Company. The East, known as the Granary of Ceylon, has an agriculture-based economy in which about 65% of the population relies mainly on agriculture for income generation and livelihoods. Ampara, Batticaloa, and Trincomalee, the 3 districts in the Eastern Province, are known as prominent areas for agriculture, including paddy and other types of crops. At present, Sri Lanka exports fruit and vegetables to 32 countries, and the Eastern Province plays a major role in the country's fruit and vegetable exportation. Recently, there has been a significant influx of tourists in the country, and the East has shown vast potential for tourism development. The East provides a vast range of activities for all these travelers coming from different parts of the globe. The Eastern Province possesses the most attractive and beautiful coastal belt with picturesque and scenic beaches, lagoons, and bays. In addition, There are wildlife parks, forest reserves, and numerous historical and cultural sites including forts, temples, caves that attract a huge number of tourists. Nilaveli, Pasikuda, Arugambe and Kalkuda are some charming, well-preserved, clean and unspoilt coastal areas that attract tourists to the island. The Pigeon Island, located off the coast of Nilaveli, is one of the prime locations for coral watching and scuba diving. Arugambe, which is well known among tourists for water sports, is located in the Ampara district, 320 kilometers away from Colombo. It attracts a large number of tourists from around the world for the annual water surfing festival. Pasikuda, located 35 kilometers northwest to Badiklo, is another popular tourist destination with beaches and flat year-round warm water shallow lagoons. The Badiklo Lagoon, which is famous for its singing fish, is a perfect spot to enjoy a morning. Kalkuda Jetty, Marble Beach, the 7 hot springs and the Badiklo Lighthouse are several other locations that attract tourists. The East is full of tropical beauty and is also home to several national parks and bird sanctuaries such as Puttavil, Galloya and Lahugala, and the province has many biodiverse forests. Kuchavelli and Pasikuda have now been developed as new tourism designated zones, expanding opportunities in the hospitality industry. In Kuchavelli, a tourist center of over 500 acres includes a golf course with 100 acres in extent, which has already been built to meet the future needs of the hospitality industry. Several top hotel and travel operators in the industry, including Jetwing and Aitken Spence, are already in operation in the East. Yet, with the tourism sector booming in the East, the industry is still struggling to meet the growing demand, and investors have the chance to explore the new opportunities opening up. The province also contributes with 17% of the national milk production and has shown significant improvement over the past few years. In addition, the East maintains a share of about 23% of the national marine fish production and about 22% of the national freshwater fish production. Brackish or saline water is more readily available in the eastern province, which is conducive to aquaculture products such as pond-raised fish and shrimp, which sell successfully in the local market in Sri Lanka. Evidently, there is a significant opportunity for investors to profit from the revitalization of the inland and the aquaculture subsectors in the eastern province. The province is also largely known for animal husbandry. The majority of the Moors in the province maintain small-scale poultry farms and livestock. Now, there are an increasing number of large-scale poultry farms in the area. Further, the BOI has recognized potential manufacturing projects for the eastern province in areas such as agro-processing, fertilizer, cement, boats and fishing gear, food and beverage, non-metallic mineral products, oil refinery, petroleum-based products, wood and wood products, tools and machinery, heavy industries, paper and paper products, rubber and plastic products. The eastern province in particular has been identified as a place for developing coal, natural gas, wind and solar power energy. The East is also endowed with unique mineral deposits in Pulmude in the Trincomalee district. Requirements in mineral processing, deep-sea petroleum development, agribusiness waste and the availability of large tracts of land in the East provide opportunities for investors to consider biomass fuel options. Solar and wind power generation options also offer scope for investment. The East also has high potential for maritime-related development. Trincomalee Harbour and Oliville Port, located in the eastern province, are closer to major shipping routes and are large and deep to accommodate deep draft vessels. The Trincomalee Harbour is one of the largest natural harbours in the world, flanked by high cliffs on the seaside, offering sheltered harbour areas. Even though the education system was repeatedly disrupted during the war, literacy rates in the eastern province are high compared to post-conflict areas in other parts of the world, and labour force participation in the East is similar to other provinces in Sri Lanka. As economic activities recommenced in the area, a high percentage of high school and college level graduates are now ready to join the workforce. Several public sector and private training institutions are also currently operating in the East, providing vocational training and tertiary education which contribute to the development of needed skills. This means that skilled workers are available locally for investors to launch their business ventures without needing to search for labor elsewhere. Sri Lanka is traversing on the development path in a friendly and adaptable manner, and this atmosphere will undoubtedly drive the island nation to become one of the most prominent locations for investment in the world. Therefore, investors who decide to invest in the eastern province of Sri Lanka will definitely not regret their decision to invest in this paradise island.